Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Neremik, and welcome back to more of Mini Motorways. You may be wondering what the occasion is this time, and, well, to cut a long story short, we can't go through there, I'm sorry. Okay, and there's a train, okay. But yeah, we're doing the New York map today, because it's actually the most recent map which we haven't completed. And I believe after this I'll have completed every map in the game. Obviously not for you guys, but just for me. Yeah, figured I'd get it on camera. But also, I have an interesting story to tell while we wait for the game to ramp up. So first things first, my cat sat on my lap, which is rare. He's grumpy with me because I did this little front line flea protection thing, if I can form a sentence properly. And yeah, he was grumpy with me, and I've been trying to earn his affection back. He sat on my lap, and I thought, I can't bring myself to, knock him off, and, have to rearrange some wires. So I've decided to leave him on me. And this was the most feasible game I could record that I haven't already recorded. And that's pretty much it. Me not wanting to annoy my cat, because my cat's already kind of annoyed at me, is the reason you're getting this video. Which I think is really funny. Also, this is the New York City map. So if you hear any assorted cat noises occasionally getting picked up, if you even hear an occasional meow, then it's you, isn't it? It's you, yes. But yeah, also, before the cat imprisoned me for now and all time, I was trying to get Fall Guys to work. If any of you watched the previous video I made on that game, you may have heard about our technical difficulties, which have been a decent occurrence since it started requiring Epic Games. And I caved and installed it on Epic Games, only for it to not work. So that's a bit of a yikes. I might need to go and uninstall all of Epic and then reinstall it. Yeah. You get the gist. It just wasn't working. It wasn't worth the time to sink into it. And I've got videos to get up today. You think I'm gonna go mess around with Fall Guys? No. I gotta earn my cat's affection back, and I gotta get a video out tonight. I'm not faffing with that, because it's just weird. Now, what are you up to? Okay, you're looking yourself, but... sorry, you're trying to scratch yourself. My headphone wires in the way. No, I apologize. Are you catered for? Good. Please don't pull my mic off the desk. I would love you very much if you don't. I think we're safe. Anyway, off to a questionable start in this, though. Granted, that red house really just... It doesn't help. Hang on a sec. I'm an idiot. Sorry. Right, we're going to reconstruct this. I realised I had a right moment there. I'm sure some of you were probably screaming trying to point it out. I could have just done this. And all of a sudden, it just looks all a bit less shit, doesn't it? Actually, can I throw down a roundabout there? No. Fine. And yeah, as has been the case with the last two maps we've played, we also have some trains on call, which is curious. It's curious. Right, okay. Uh-oh, that's actually our first, that's cause for concern, but in, the back part of my head. Alright, okay, I've got an idea for that pink factory, don't worry, I'm just going to do this. And if you're wondering why the hell I'm doing that, it's because I can stick a roundabout there once the border expands a bit more. And that should all work out just fine. Actually, Grant, do you know I'm going to do that and just keep this separate? I feel as though not having them conflict on where they need to go is probably a smarter move. I reckon we can sustain that. Ooh, can we? We'll wait and we'll see and we'll observe. And you're having the bath of your life, aren't you? You look so stupid and you are progressively falling more and more off my chair, Mr. Cat. But I need your affection, so I will let you stay. Normally he will progressively slip off one of the sides, or just through the middle, and he's frequently going through the middle. And usually I either save him by sitting in a funny position, so I cater specifically to you, or him, or I just don't, and then mate, you gotta go, you gotta go. So I'm sorry there are wires in my computer setup. I'm sorry they inconvenience you. I mean, by all means, do feel free to voluntarily sleep on the floor. You might kill something, even though I'm pretty sure there's nothing alive in there. Trust me, I hovered for 30, 40 minutes in here before. If there's anything in this room that still moves that I don't want moving, I'll be impressed. Yeah. Granted, I'll put my hands up and say I've probably put off more housework recently than I reasonably should have. But let me tell you, trying to move my computer and all the wires under there, got to make a mental note for future me to look at getting some cable management stuff, because I reckon it's probably not that expensive, and it will okay. That my headphone wire has been you're not letting it go, are you? He's just like imprisoned it. That's the best way I can describe it. I'm not getting that back. He keeps trying to lick himself and he keeps accidentally bonking you on the head, doesn't it? So do you want me to take my headphones off? Will that benefit you more? Oh shit, that factory's pink. Zawado? No, okay, we're not weak. We can make our way around this. We've made our way around this. That is so petty. You can tell it's something I came up with. And now we just gotta do a bit of this, bit of that, and I think... Okay. I know this road system looks like it's straight out of hell. But I would like to remember, members of the audience, this is based on New York. So, I wouldn't say it's exactly hellish or poorly planned. I'd just say it's lore accurate, if we're being honest. So I can feel it. Someone's not gonna like me for that, but it's like... I'm sorry. All the photos I've seen of New York, you have that many traffic lights? Huh? Scares me. As a British person who runs into traffic lights like once every 5-ish streets, nah. My British culture is holding me back from fully enjoying the joys of New York. In heavy quotation marks. Like, I'm sorry. Like, that place is so grid-based, and there's so many silly little traffic lights. Oh, sorry, I need to be lore accurate. Where it would make sense to place the traffic lights I don't have. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna, like, mandate myself now. I need... It is a fulfilling, lifelong need that I need to put traffic lights somewhere on this map, despite the fact I'm pretty certain that they make traffic congestion worse in some situations. But I simply gotta do it for the bit. It's like, I could do it here if I turn it into more of a grid-based intersection like so. You know what I mean? That doesn't look awful. Let's just do that. I mean, like, that, okay, that's feasible. I'm gonna try it there, and we'll see. And then, ooh, okay, do we have more bridges? I do, and that middle area there is really gonna annoy me. It's really gonna get under my skin, that. You know, we could, do we waste 2 bridges? Do we do the petty thing and go all the way around? Oh, cat, don't you try and swipe at me. You're looking at, no, my desk isn't for sleeping on. No, that's definitely not for rubbing against. Well, clearly you, like me if you, feel comfortable enough to come on my desk and knock the microphone off. No, you can sleep on the bed now. I got a game. That creature sincerely thinks that he's the main character, and he's going to sleep in a washing basket on top of my brother's Killers t-shirt. Not my problem. Anyway, where were we? Oh, the pink store. You know what, fuck. No. That's caving to capitalism. And we don't do that here. not on the New York City map. That's where we draw the line. Oh, I should probably do something about that. Right, so bear with me. I think I have what I like to call the idea. And the idea goes something like this. We have a big roundabout, and then off one exit of the roundabout is one motorway. You're never going to believe this. Off a different exit of the roundabout is a different motorway. And, you're never going to believe this, they take you to different places very optimally. If the previous motorway can stop being used, that'd be very epic. Thank you kindly. Do a bit of that. Mwah. The American dream. Have you never seen a more realistic depiction of the New York City area? Like, yeah, New York is in New York, isn't it? Sure, they could have been more creative with... Wait, is New York considered the capital of the state of New York? This is the part where I start fearing the fact that like 40% of my audience is American, or like 30, or like high 30s at least. It's like, is New York the capital city of the state of New York? Because, I mean, is it? Is it? Okay, please give me a motorway. Thank you. And all the problems failed away with the intervention of the great invention known as capitalism. Well, I don't understand why this video is like all to become a shill / anti-shill for capitalism, but I mean, it's like, It's this channel. What were you expecting? Non-politically charged Wii Sports gameplay? Nuh-uh. Not here. Okay, I'm sensing a subtle hint from the game that it wants me to link up to these green factories. And fortunately, I'm receiving. Okay, that's almost too clean. Like, that's handing me on too pristine of a silver platter, you know? Like, what is your plan? What is your motivation? Because I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Now, I'm going to see if those can sustain each other. Actually, can I? I'll experiment with having that cut off and just run on these two for now. Thank God that spawned in. Just for contingency. Because that seems fine. Like, everything seems pretty fine. And in fact, I reckon in a few seconds we're going to have a Steam sound play and we're going to get our first achievement, which is 400 trips right around now. Do-do-do. Not sure how I feel about the new sound. Like, it's pleasant enough, but also it makes noise in recordings. I don't know if there's a way to turn it down. Either way, traffic lights. I gotta do it for the bit. I gotta do it for the bit. There they go. I'm walking here. I should say I'm not walking here. Like, would that work better on like a two-way intersection? I don't know. I'm not a city planner. When I want to set up what I want it to be when I grew up, I said YouTuber. That's a lie. But I genuinely do not know traffic light logistics. Beyond what I like should in order to not get hit by a car. Alright, how are we gonna do this? Can we scheme this? I think we can scheme this, okay. Bear with. I reckon we got this. The American dream? Oh, you haven't seen nothing yet. I'm about to achieve the biggest American dream of all time. So, first of all, I'm gonna stick you guys on there. And then this I'm actually gonna manually link up. And I think that makes plausible enough sense to where I don't need to explain more than what I just did. Like, I think that makes reasonable sense. And then for the yellows, I understand some of you are wincing right now at the fact, yes, that other one does, in fact, have a bottom exit. But to me, this makes sense. And if we can go ahead, make it to Sunday, which we easily will, we should, keep it as should, we should be able to pull through and get a roundabout for there to decrease congestion. Which, if you're asking me, is pretty damn good. Okay, what we got? We had about motorway. I'll take a motorway. We got enough things as is. And that's just leveled up. Damn. If only that impacted. But it didn't. And oh, a fine addition to my collection. And oh, another one for the pinks down here. I feel as though we can get a good motorway going on those guys. Okay, something's telling me I should probably link this guy up to the rest of this road, so I will. Just have that extra kind of source of stuff. Can't do anything with that blue house without using a bridge, which I don't really fancy doing. Link that guy up to this little skeleton system. And for what it's worth, it seems to be going quite optimally over here. I don't know why it's spawning in so many blue houses. Maybe it's random and to throw me off, or maybe one of them's about to go circular. Dunno. And then, okay, we got these hotspots of red houses. Would be here in that isolated circuit, here in this mostly isolated circuit, and that. Okay. Right. First things first. I'm just gonna set these up so they're easily connected without spending any road tiles. I'm gonna connect that because I think having that extra car there is gonna work, or at least help. You know, kind of alleviate some pressure. And secondly, I don't know how we're gonna deal with that new factory because we don't have a roundabout. We got a motorway. There's about all we got to work with. Have we just been given this motorway, or are we about to get something that can help out? Okay, if we let that tick around, just see what we can get. Because I reckon waiting and seeing, biding our time, we get a roundabout. So what we can do is introduce a roundabout with a going into a motorway. Which I think would reasonably be the best shout for that. Like, there's no way we're going to cross-map all of that. Like, it's just, like, it's unrealistic, realistically. Green seem to be fine. Just a health check on them, make sure they are. Got some more up there in the top left for green if you're breaking case of emergency type stuff. And yeah, I don't see anything wrong with pink. Maybe we should have a few more houses connected to that. Maybe we can like connect these guys in. Or maybe, and hear me out on this. Maybe we connect this to these 4, and then that alleviates pressure on these for whatever these guys need to do over here. Like, I think that's not the worst idea I've ever had, so I'll try that. And then just that red one, I'm thinking, I don't know. Like, I can't afford to give it just one because that's playing a really risky game that I don't want to be playing risky, you know? We're coming on set up on 1,000, which is the next achievement, so I kind of want to make it there. Oh, it's annoying. This stupid American park is in the way of me making a road system. Even though I'm pretty sure the park was built after the road system, so, not really a lore accurate NYC, I'm afraid. But yeah, I think the best thing we can do is just... Why do we not have a extra motorway? What? Hang on. Let that play. We have an extra motorway, don't we? Oh, no, that's just gone circular. We definitely can't afford to waste time now. I was hoping it spawns a few more in. That's really useless, actually. That is incredulously really useless. That's actually, like, bordering on parody. Right, stick that guy in there. And then I'm thinking this. I know that might be putting unnecessary strain on that when there might be a different way, but I don't immediately see a different way, and this guy just had to go get circular before I could think of a proper plan. And with any luck, that seemingly has worked out immediately in our favour with an extra one going in just for good measure. If needs be, oh, phenomenal. Problem solved. The problem ceases to be anymore. Great. Okay, that is actually mwah, and it seemingly has worked out. So the other point in contention is pinks, because pink there and pink there both seem fine. My cursor isn't on, so you can't really see what I'm saying, but left-hand side pink seems to be good. The only time it doesn't look as good is when they all come in like blocks. But it's like, that's fine, that's doable. These could become a problem, like on the very far left, those red houses going into an ecosystem where they realistically aren't needed. But, yeah, I think, honestly, I don't want to jinx it, but I think until it throws us another factory or upgrades a pre-existing factory, there's, like, some sort of normalcy there. I'm going to get another bridge as well, because I anticipate those two, like, split rivers that are really close together. It's going to force us to bridge those at some point in order to get around something. Also, I'm pretty sure we can change the layout here. I'm just going to pause this. Like, I know I probably could have done this earlier. I'm sure some of you are probably screaming at me for having not done it earlier, but we could have done this and then that. Which should probably alleviate that blue debacle. Which actually seems to be going nicely. Got a green there, but there's no reason as for why we'd need a green, so... Yeah, I don't see any issues. I suppose the best thing we can do is just let it run. Let it run, let it spawn in whatever comes next, and we play it from there. And New York City commuter complete 1,000 trips in New York City. Now, I think the highest we can shoot for is 2,000, which is a bit high, but also not unachievable. We could do that. I'm gonna YOLO it and say that that is actually a reasonable idea. But I'm gonna remove that guy from the chain and just cut it from there. It can survive. So long as it's a square, it can survive without the extra one being plugged in. I reckon having that as a circle is fine. Oh, shit! That guy's doing a thing. Nope. Oh. Wow, that's like perhaps the easiest solution to anything I've seen this game throw at me. I've said that. It's gonna make me regret saying that now. I can feel it. But we do that. I love how we had such a reserve there. They all can just immediately spring into action. And so long as the train doesn't come, which I don't think it will, fine. Absolutely fine. Connect that extra yellow house there as well, just to, alleviate any pressure. We may need to swap one of those houses over to the other side, but yeah. It is admittedly getting a bit congested down in the Blue Town, but I don't see any reason to immediately be alarmed. Actually, I'm kind of... Can I take that statement back? I feel as though maybe we should be minorly more concerned. Definitely should be. Okay, catch that early. First things first, I'm making that change sides. That just makes more sense to me. I think that'll alleviate the yellow issue, because those are starting to back up. I'm eyeing them. And then these guys. Best thing I can think of is, first things first, it's stupid that it's going to block a factory from spawning down there, which is like, I'm for that. Secondly, this guy up here, I'm going to do this, connect that guy on this road, and then bring them in like so here. And the reason I'm thinking that is so we can do this and stick around about there in due time. Bit less optimal, but we got some extra stuff in the ecosystem, so I'm thinking the congestion should not be as bad. It is just a matter of getting a few good cycles in while the train's not here, you know? It's going to stop at that other station, so we just kind of let it do its thing, and it seems to be going quite well. I would like to ideally get a roundabout on the upcoming week, and I think that is that crisis mostly averted. That junction's fine, it's just, you know, if things get busy, it might stress. But a motorway, I like having that in the bank. Not eyeing anything that would particularly scream needs a motorway yet. Keep that as a yet for the time being, but I think... Fuck! Okay, yeah, no, it's fine, I just solve the problem, and then the problem comes right back. Lovely. Love to see it. Okay. Oh god, okay, I'm sorry, that guy was entirely hidden by motorways. I didn't even realise. You're red. Okay, you know, I love having motorways in reserve. I love one thing, I said that, and it's like, the game took that as a challenge and just immediately stole them from me. Well, that's that setup, especially if it goes into circle mode. It's like, what you gonna do? Nothing, you can't. But it seems as though the blue system, to my knowledge, it's playing catch-up. Things seem to be going quite well. You, sir, are on the shit list. What the F is that? Why the F is that? Oh, no. Oh, that's in the worst place I've ever seen. Right, we need to replan this entire area. I don't think we can replan this entire area. Okay. Let me think about this. Connect there. And then go back down. Something's telling me this isn't gonna last. Something deep and emotional is telling me. That is a sign. That is a sign that the game wants me gone. Because there is no way. There is no way it's playing that card with me. Unless I've done something to upset it. Like, that's mean, you know? That's like evil. Now, if I do this, I don't think that impacts any of the traffic there. And then if we do this, that connects all of them. Can I get through diagonally here? We can. Okay, this is so stupid. This is like borderline demeaning what it's making me do. Because if you've watched enough episodes of this, you know I hate doing stuff like that. Where it's like an obscenely long line, but it's the only line that makes sense to keep things separate. Like, it might seem a bit incessant, some of the ways I will insist, you know, no, these have to be kept separate. But there's a reason for it, because once you need to start, like, introducing different cars that go in different places, etc., and they're not just the same colour, it gets bad. And I understand that is, like, the hardest segregation I could have thrown. But it's like, keeping the cars separate, it just works. It maintains the status quo, and it means I can partially turn my brain off. The worst type of mixing we've got here, Jesus Christ, this is quotable out of context in so many different ways, is where the red and the pinks need to meet there, and the reds can, you know, they meet with the pinks. That's like the worst part we got. Which is like, I kind of don't like. I really don't like the fact that those blues are apparently starting to flare up a bit again. Granted, the installation of that road, I can make. Okay, we've bitten into the forbidden fruit. So long as that red doesn't start requiring more resources than it would reasonably need, fine. But I'm just have those blues on on backup. Everything seems to be fine though until they get called. Oh, I need to connect them there. Just do that, and then they all immediately fly out. They were capital N needed. Okay, that's why. Oh, because they get double held up by the train because it turns around. Oh, I don't like this. Of course, they all fly out afterwards, but the delay of that is not to be understated. That is really annoying because that's something out of my hands, really. Okay, so they all fly in. Like they are all flying in, zooming along the roads, etc., etc. And I don't think we're gonna make it to 2,000. Hell yeah. But we can do a lot more with this. This is a really well constructed system, but it's just the little things. We're gonna connect that one there instead of there, and then that red factory is actually done in our dreams of trying to have that work. So I'm just gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do a bit of that, and now we need reds there. Oh, it hurts. That hurts. Do we have any roundabouts? We have any roundabouts, but we have a motorway. Okay, we can do this. I feel as though we can persevere through this. It's just a matter of keeping my shit together long enough while we do. So that immediately calls for a motorway to that. And then look, it adds like 2 extras, I think. Just do that. See if that works. But get the new thing out of the way. And oh, hello, cat. Nice of you to rejoin me in the downfall of my city. See, I'm usually all for public transport, but that... I'm sorry. That is perhaps the worst placement I think it could have been in. The only way I could have remedied that was with a really useless motorway, which probably would have taken away from somewhere else. I'll take a photo of it, though. I mean, also because it gets me a good shot for the thumbnail. I love that, though. 6 motorways. I feel as though we knew what we were doing, but that bottom corner... those blues, they initially seemed smooth, but once the congestion started building up and the train held it up especially, it just crumbled. Like, the only thing I would say I would have done differently is probably connected that one towards the top right that we just did a bit sooner, and also possibly continue that road down so they could bypass the rest of the traffic and just get priority in there. Maybe that would have had its own benefits, maybe it wouldn't have, but I don't see any other feasible way that we could have got them in without using a motorway. And even then, they still get held up on one factory, but it might have worked a bit better. I don't know. But I did have fun. And I think 2,000 is one of the highest scores I've got in this game, you know? We'll have a little check while I do the outro. You guys can verify that fact. But 2,000 feels quite high. I don't think I've got it on too many. I think Japan maybe, but that's about it. And hey, unlock something. So yeah, if you have enjoyed, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. It does all help in a bunch. It lets me know that you want to see more of this and all of that good stuff. And yeah, after those first 2, I really do not have the highest scores. Maybe I'll make videos where I revisit those ones in specific and like try and bump my score up a little, get those achievements I didn't have. But you know, that's for another day where my cat is pinning me down and Fall Guys files just don't want to work. But yeah, no, hopefully you enjoyed this as a nice little treat. And until next time, all that said and all that aside, thanks for watching, guys. My name's been Neremik, and peace out.